So what? You follow only two people on Instagram? Aren't you scared that people will think you are arrogant? Maybe you shouldn't dress like you dress, maybe you should wear a little bit more clothes so that people don't think that. Maybe you shouldn't be that friendly and smile at people's jokes because sometimes men find that as an invitation. Do you get what I'm saying? There are people, and there are people who matter. People are those who don't truly know you, understand you, or care about you. People who matter on the other side are the people who, in case of conflict, in case of misunderstanding, they will stay at the table and will try to understand how the dynamic played out and how they contributed to that dynamic, trying to find a resolution, a resolve for the way that the situation is. This is just a little aspect of the huge differences that exist between people and people who matter. Ultimately, nobody should dictate the way that you live your life. But if some people had a little bit to say in the way that you carry out your life, your projects, your desires, it should be more the people who matter than people in general. I find it really interesting when I meet men and they tell me, oh, everybody just wants to use me. They are in it only for my money. And in the first 5 minutes of the conversation, they tell me about all the things that they possess. So I'm thinking, well, probably direct people's attention there on what you have. So of course people start feeling that, that's a good opportunity for me to use this person. That could be one side. The other side is just that most people are very transactional. Like, I know there are certain people, I receive a hey, how are you message, and I know within the 3 texts, they're gonna tell me what they want from me. They don't care about how I am. They care about how I can contribute to their getting whatever they need from me. I used to believe that maybe it's wrong to show up fully as who you are. Maybe it is true that, I go out and I make my own clothes, so they are very fit, I look very well in them, I dance as a wild woman. Maybe I should be a little bit careful about whatever I'm projecting or portraying out there. And then I realized that at the end, people will always judge. There will always be a way for people to refine you into bringing to light your tall poppy syndrome. But eventually, I realized that it's very good to be who I am and to show up exactly as I am, even if many people will project whatever they recognize onto me on other projections and other perceptions that they have about women who look like me, who act like me, who talk like me, who dance like me, who whatever like me. But that's on them. That has nothing to do with me. And for all the people out there who have been treated in a certain way that they don't truly appreciate, like this guy who's telling me, oh, all these girls, they just want me for my cars. That's great, because if you do not want people to want you for that what you are pushing out or that what is being portrayed on a surface level from you, it's gonna be so much easier to refine the people who see the second layer. Like when I met this person, I was like, yo, I love your car. You must have worked really freaking hard for you to have this car. And I really appreciate how much care you take of this car and how much time and effort it goes into you taking care of this car. And he appreciated me because I saw that double level. I saw the level underneath the fact that he's wealthy and he has cars and he loves driving cars and he loves doing drag races. And it's similar for me, I'm an attractive woman. Everybody turns their head if I'm out dancing. I care not. I do not care about the fact that people give me their attention. I get attention, like it's very easy for any person to get attention. What is more difficult is for people to see how I dress and to be like, oh, that's really peculiar. Like, I really celebrate your courage of showing up like that. And I'm wondering, where did you have this done? And ask me questions about what that means for me to dress the way that I dress. Because for me, that's the purest expression of who I am. I have been shut down when I was working for a Buddhist organization because I was dressing up as I usually dressed up. And I was so starving because for me, creating my own clothes, showing up the way that I show up in the world represents my personality. It's visually who I think I am on the inside. This mix of playfulness and raw primal sexual energy, kindness, compassion, authenticity, femininity, wild sexiness. And I think that when you see the way that I dress, you kind of pick up on that. Also, the fact that I feel That's where my creativity flows. Just like for this guy, his car is an extension of his passion for building things. He likes things that are well built. Like I love Ferraris, not only because they are a sign of a certain status, but because they are art, you understand? Like back in the day when each and every piece of a Ferrari was manually labored, I still feel that. Whenever I hear a Ferrari on the street, I know it's a Ferrari. It's visceral. So keep being who you are and use the image that people perceive of you as a filter to pull out the 99% of people who will never understand the second layer. They will never be curious to understand what is beneath the surface and what is very easily perceived.